Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, ladies and gentlemen. Now we continue our talk. Up next, please welcome Associate Professor Dr. Nur Izura Izzuddin.
Thank you, Miss Iman. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and konnichiwa. Alhamdulillah, today we are very honored to be here with you at Japan Dakwah Center. We are from Universiti Putra Malaysia. We traveled, far away to come and meet you and share a little bit of our very humble, small knowledge that we have. So my talk today will be on social media security, ethics, and adab, which is I think is related, it's somehow the flow of our presentations, progressing like a continuous, it's a continuity, like from Dr. Siti Nurul Ain just now about the how AI, I know we were discussing about the ethics of using AI and AI in social media, the sextorting and so many things which from Dr. Siti Nurul Ain was I would say coming after Dr. Raihani, who talked about AI, and before that, prior to that, Dr. Maslina, who talked about the data and so on, also related to AI also. And now I'm talking about social media security, ethics and adab, which I will also touch upon a little bit how the technology impact on mental health, which will be continued later in the afternoon by our colleagues from the Faculty of Medicine on mental health. So a little bit about myself. I've been academic staff at Universiti Putra Malaysia since 1998. And my expertise is in cyber security. Internationally, one of it is I'm also involved in the ISO for smart cities and also for security technologies. Outside of UPM, I'm actively involved with NGO, Islamic NGO, Wadah Percerdasan Umat Malaysia, or what we call as the Movement for an Informed Society Malaysia. And previously, while I was young, I was also involved in the ABIM, the movement, Islamic movement of Muslim youth. And I was also involved in the International Islamic Family Institute, which is formed by the Union of Islamic NGOs all over the world, and it's based in Turkey. And also the board members of LPPKN. So I bring my expertise in cybersecurity to family, youth, how we can, help in this area. So we know that now we cannot live without digital technology. Some people would say no Wi-Fi, no life. So we can see that digital technology has changed the way we live in education. We now have online learning platforms, and even today also we are having a hybrid session with technology, and it wouldn't be possible without technology, right? And in healthcare also we have telemedicine and so many other applications that is for healthcare, and transportation, ride sharing, e-hailing, governance also. yeah, in many e-government services that we can see. So it has helped a lot in economy, administration, social, cultural area, education, and of course in mobile. Now we can say that everything is in your pocket. Even your Quran also is in your pocket. Your compass when you want to check the qiblat, and so many things we can see. Now, and now with the social media, we know that everybody is using social media. If I ask, all present here, or even those online who doesn't have a social media, I wouldn't say. I mean, I wouldn't say that nobody will say that they don't have any social media account. And social media use is very widely, we can say, widely used all over the world globally. So it has become an integral part of our life. Um, Now, when we talk about mental health, I'm trying to link it to mental health as well. How technology impact on mental health. Of course, it has the positive impacts. For example, yeah, it can provide access to support and resources for those perhaps having problems or issue with their mental health. For example, yeah, we have teletherapy platforms and also mental health apps that can make support accessible anytime, anywhere. Why we talk about mental health later on, I will come to that also. And we may have online therapy platforms. Yeah. However, maybe perhaps later our colleagues from the Faculty of Medicine can vouch to this, whether they are trustable or not, and so on. However, these are some platforms that we can, that is available out there. To help with the mental health issues, perhaps, yeah, with apps and peer support forums or digital communities that can help in this. And with technology also, it can reduce barriers. So it can make people who perhaps, live in the remote areas, they can connect with the community, yeah. And also with technology also, it can provide anonymity. Some people, they have issues but they don't want people to know who they are. They want to get support, they want to ask something, post questions. So with technology also, this can make them open up more, yeah, because they don't think about the stigma when they try to seek help. And later on, we can, the experts can guide them to what they need to do, or what they should, with what they should proceed, perhaps, to get help. And also it gives flexibility, as I say, from people in a remote area or underserved area. With the technology also, it can help in monitoring and early detection of signs of mental health or problems that people may have, with AI tools that can detect signs of depression or stress, based on their behavior, perhaps. We have also wearables and AI-based apps, or digital phenotyping and predictive analytics for mental health trends. And also not only for mental health, even for health, physical health also, we have wearables, that can help monitor our health. Now, people say that technology can be a double-edged sword. Yeah, it can give you a positive part, it also have the negative part. But because, we know that technology has revolutionized how we connect, how we work, how we understand ourselves. But while it has many benefits, it also raises concerns around privacy, cybersecurity, mental health, and digital inequality. We have heard of the term digital poverty. People who do not have access to digital technology, they may lose many things, perhaps in education and such. So the same with technology. Some tools can help us thrive, but they can also harm us. Now, the challenges can be like, especially in social media, the openness of the ICT, of the technology, digital technology. What we have discussed earlier, we have been discussing earlier, right? It's too open. Anybody can provide any content and so on, and it's very difficult to control what we call as information overloading. We're overloaded with information which makes it difficult to filter. And for us, relating to our discussion earlier, for us adults, we may have the mechanism, the filtering mechanism, and also the coping mechanism. But what with the youngsters, the children, they may not have this filtering mechanisms, or their filtering mechanisms is not properly developed yet. With of course, it will be based on values. It will be based on religious teachings and so on. So all this will be challenges, yeah. And the socially interconnected users also will be susceptible to attacks, privacy attacks, and many other attacks, because they're connected. That's why we can see scams, phishings, and so many things. And of course, the personal data risk from the mobile apps. Yeah, when you connect to the mobile apps, you have everything on your phones. Yeah, you do your online banking there and so on. All this very personal, confidential information, data are all there, and it can be accessible. I would say that when people ask me, how secure you are when you connect to this app and that, my general answer would be, as long as you're connected to the internet, you're never properly, or there is no guarantee that you will be secure. Yeah, of course we have to take measures to protect ourselves, right? So now, social engineering, this is one kind of attack on social media, where they try to get people to do things without these people aware of it. They would be willingly giving their information, for example, like online quizzes. Yeah. Sometimes, for example, online quiz like know your personality from your favorite color. So of course they would ask you information about yourselves, and you willingly give the information. There is one quiz, surprisingly, what does your password say about you? And when it says that, what does your password say about you? You definitely have to put in your password, right? So, and surprisingly, quite a number, hundreds of people have answered this quiz. So how gullible we can see people. Yeah, they, especially when they want to know about their personality, they would just do anything. And so don't share things that sometimes seems harmless, but people are trying to, this is what we call as information harvesting. In social media, when you share information about yourself, seems harmless, yeah. I go to school today. I go to school, this school and certain school here and there. I live here. Today I went to shopping to this mall. It's just close by, not far away. People can think, okay, they live this area. They go to this school. It can lead to even physical attack, like abduction. One case when one lady put on her social media about how she has to work late at night because her boss is, there are tasks that she has to finish. And when she came back, she's going home, the parking area will be very dark and nobody at home because it was late at night, and she was abducted. So that's why be careful on what you share on social media. Do not overshare. Yeah, sharing is good. It's good to share. We're not saying that you cannot share, but be careful. Yeah. Now, one thing about the apps, that is used by teens. Not many people knows this. Omegle, calculator, percent. Those are. It looks like a calculator, but it's actually a secret photo vault. They can send photos secretly, and you don't want, when it's secret, sometimes what kind of photos that they share, and anybody can access it. Another one is Omegle. This one, Omegle is a chatting platform that allow you to chat with strangers. And I've seen this. I've seen videos on this, or they chat through Omegle. One person is in, for example, in Russia. One person is in China, and many of them are youngsters. And sometimes they're just on their bed, in their bedroom. And what kind of chats? This can be, scary also. So because of this, you may be what do you call this, exposed to online predators out there, and online grooming. When people, they groom these youngsters, try to be friends. Hi, can I be, for example, they pretend to be a girl, but they're not a girl, even it's in fact a man, and so on. So we have to check on this, especially as parents, the children who they're meeting online, and so on. And another thing is, teen sexting. Messages with sex elements are quite common among teens all over the world, actually. So we have to also be careful about this. These are also related to adab, akhlaq. Another thing is online games, which can be dangerous. For example, this, I'm sure some time ago we heard about this blue whale game, the suicide game, where when you join this game, you have to do a series of tasks over a 50-day period, and towards the end you will be asked to kill yourself. And we might think that, okay, why do you want to kill yourself? You don't have to follow the instruction, right? But during these 50 days, they have already collected your information, your family information, and so on. They will threaten with your family and so on if you don't do this. And it happens, in Russia, if I'm not mistaken. A teenage boy jumped from a building because of this game. In India, a teenager jumped in front of a moving train to complete this game. It's like they don't have any choice. So how scary is the online game? And there are many other dangerous online games also. For example, Fire Fairy, that one. They ask the little children, when your parents are all asleep, you go to the kitchen, switch on the the cooking stove, and then go back to sleep. And other challenges, they would ask the children to slash their arms and record it, put it on YouTube. This kind of crazy games, So all this can be, could kill or seriously injure. And I'm sure Prof. Normala also would think that, okay, this can be related. We can relate to this, how it can, affect the mental health of the children and so on. So the negative impacts, on technology, because of the digital, it can lead to digital addiction or overuse. So what we call as addiction kan, pornography, cybersexuality, online shopping also, that can be also an addiction. Online games, online gambling. So be careful, online shopping. Okay. And and the yes, and also with this gadget, some people store their payment information, payment details already on this. And what if their child, will your child come and just buy anything? They can just pay with using your phone, right? So this kind of thing, So addiction, doom scrolling, constant notifications will affect your sleep. Attention span also we can see among our students in class. Productivity, social withdrawal, and there are growing evidence that link technology addiction with anxiety, depression, especially among younger populations. So the effects of internet addiction, they would feel lonely, depressed, and of course they can temporarily forget loneliness, depression, and so on while they're using the internet. But if we take it away, then they will feel the loneliness and so on. And of course, increase in anxiety, stress, ADD, ability to focus also would be affected, disturbed sleep, and narcissism, extreme selfishness, self-centeredness. But the study shows that not all people who are, if we're talking about pornography addiction, not all who watch pornography, many would become addicted. But of course, if they don't control, but not everybody will become addicted. Depends. Another negative impact is cyberbullying and online harassment, body shaming, trolling, hate speech. They're saying that this is freedom of speech. This is my social media account. I can say whatever I want. So is that true? Is that right to do that? This is also adab, right? And akhlaq. So this is also will give impact to those people. And another thing is, people saying something on their social media, the reader feel that they're saying this. He's saying it about me. He's talking about me. So this is also another way of how we should not be that way. Or maybe they're not talking about me. Just ignore it. Things like that. So, and of course, with anonymity, when you can say anything without revealing your identity, this makes people can they can say whatever they want. And of course the victims will suffer long-term psychological trauma, and in extreme cases it's linked to self-harm and suicide, and the emotional toll also we can see that. And there are many cases of cyberbullying. The popular ones is the case of Amanda Todd, a Canadian girl who killed herself. That was back in 2012. That was a very one of the popular cases, and of course we have many cases. And alhamdulillah, in Malaysia, the government is now going forward with the anti-bully law. And also on surveillance and privacy, we are now kind of concerned with this. You're being watched, like you're being watched every day. So the surveillance technology, including the algorithmic tracking and facial recognition, this can introduce a new kind of anxiety also. So because people, when they feel that they're constantly being watched or manipulated, it will create distrust, paranoia, and chronic stress also. And of course, the stress from being monitored. So all these are some of the negative impacts of technology on mental health. And also AI and data harvesting also can amplify the anxiety. Comparison culture, people will compare. Okay, they have this this brand, I don't have it, this kind of thing. And also FOMO. Dr. Rafida mentioned about FOMO before. Fear of missing out. So with social media, people will post, and if you notice, people will post all the good things about themselves, all the most of them are like, I don't know, showing off, and it amplifies perfectionism. Everybody wants to be perfect. So I'm not that perfect. I don't have it, so I'm not perfect. So I'm now feeling very depressed. This the things that can happen. Yeah, and of course the constant exposure, comparison. Will lead to fear of missing out or FOMO, and of course this is linked to depressive symptoms in adolescents and young adults. So it's unrealistic portrayals actually, yeah, on social media, and this can lead to a low self-esteem, yeah, and yeah, compulsive checking behavior when you every time ting you want to check, ting you want to check. So that can also affect your sleep, for example. That's why just turn off your Wi-Fi, everything, and have a very good sleep. Yeah, screen time also, yeah, can affect not only on kids but also on adults. We have heard about screen time. And anxiety, sleep disturbance, and there are also signs of screen time overload when it it affects your eye and headaches, sleep problems, and social isolation. There are many ways of how we can control screen time. So now cyber security. We have many cyber threats out there. So the cybercrime victims, of course, yeah, for example, they're victims of identity theft or sextortion. Sextortion is when people, seduce you to share your photos, your indecent photos, and then use it to blackmail you. That's sextortion. And many other phishing scams, love scams. All this will lead to trauma among the victims, and also PTSD. And among the security professionals also, yeah, they will also face workplace burnout because of many high stress environments, taking care of all these security risks, and also the misinformation and psychological warfare, yeah, which can lead to the loss of trust and paranoia. So there are many cyber threats out there, which we have, some of them we are familiar with. One tips I want to share. What's the time now? Yeah. Lebih pula cakap. Okay, when you use public Wi-Fi, be careful. Do not use it for internet banking. Yeah, do not put your credentials or log into any website just to read or scroll or whatever. And if you don't use Wi-Fi, just turn it off. If you're outside, turn it off. Yeah, do not use the internet because it will keep roaming and finding Wi-Fi that it can catch. And what if it latch on to suspicious or malicious internet, and connect using VPN, and don't let your device remember the network. Pay attention to the network. Of course, antivirus software. Do you have antivirus on your phones? We have antivirus on our laptops, but do we have it on our phones? Yeah, look, Haikal is the geleng pandai. And two-stage authentication. Keep your password encrypted, yeah, and also check the website's URL. Yeah, be careful on that. So common security mistakes. Another one, leaving your webcam open. Yeah, although you have switched it on, but it can be turned on remotely. And for example, yeah, the picture on the left is a picture of a girl captured without her knowing it, and the girl is in Malaysia, and this is using the Black Sheets RAT. RAT is remote access tool, a malicious software, a malware that can be used to turn on your webcam without you realizing it and capturing your video. Yeah, so if you have a laptop, cover it. Yeah, cover. Yeah, use anything to cover it. How do you manage? Yeah, manage privacy, protect your confidential data, semua tu. Yeah. And there are many online privacy tips. Also, when you use your phone to take photos, turn off the GPS or location function, because it can detect here, when you, if you download, try to do it. Yeah, download a photo from your social media, right click on it and go to properties. And if you find this GPS location, the longitude, latitude, where the picture is taken. So you don't want to advertise your location, yeah. So make sure that you turn off your GPS, yeah. So right, turn off. This is what we call as geotagging function in your camera. And of course, when you post something on your social media, everything stays on the internet. Yeah. So a case where a girl posts to her boyfriend, and this actually happens to Amanda Todd also. Yeah. She shares the photo without, taking off her top, only for the boyfriend, for example. But then when they, something happened in their relationship, the photos shared to others. That's why, even though if you have deleted it, it still stays on the internet. Yeah. So use smartly, smart download, smart upload. Think many times before you upload things, and you share, accept, and so on. Control your emotion, and so on. And be aware of observe the online safety. Yeah. Check when you keep private. Yeah. So what are the ethics and adab in social media? Abide by the law, observe adab, values and akhlaq. Do not get emotional. Yeah. Do not obsess. Avoid addiction. Before they come to addiction, they must have some phases first. So before that, we have to stop and control ourselves. Use wisely and use with hikmah. And the important thing is respect. We respect others. We don't do things that might hurt others. Another thing is shy and humble. Yeah, in Islam, we are asked to be shy, so that we can, protect ourselves. Be aware of our. So the closing remarks is, technology is not good, or we can say it's not bad also. It's a tool. So it depends on how we design it, how we use it. Yeah. And of course, it will have effects on the family institution, the values, how people think about how people, the belief system, and so on. So what we need to do is not to abandon technology, but to use it in ways that truly support the human being. And before I end, one thing that I want to share is about the one surah, because we're talking about adab and akhlaq. Yeah, Surah Al-Hujurat, which is also called as the surah of adab. Yeah, many the verses there, but one verse, verse number 12. Yeah, in Surah Al-Hujurat. Sorry, let me find it back. Where is it? It's in one ayah, it mentioned about three things that you should not do. Yeah. O you who have believed, avoid much negative assumption, meaning that do not think ill of others. Berprasangka buruk. Yeah. Suzon, yeah, do not think ill of others. Indeed, some assumption is sin. Yeah, so do not assume others. Oh, they're talking about me. Oh, they must be. They saying this, They saying it to me. That can be a sin. Yeah, and do not spy. Do not spy. That's why one of the threats is cyber stalking, yeah, or cyber spying. Yeah, do not spy on others. Do not backbite. Do not backstab people, meaning that you don't say bad things behind their backs. Yeah. Would one of you like to eat the flesh of his brother when dead? You would detest it and fear Allah. Indeed, Allah is accepting of repentance and merciful. This is only one ayah in Surah Al-Hujurat. There are many other ayah that helps us to, although it's saying about taking care of your lisan, your speech, but now it is also applicable to your fingers. So this is the adab and ethics in Islam, inshallah. Thank you very much. Sorry for going over time. Okay, no question. Habis basir. Thank you. Tak ada lah.